Watch this video to the end and I promise you that your happiness levels will improve. I've done it myself and now I'm going to pass it on to you guys. Enjoy. Yeah, this video is called Exposing Yourself to the Right Blank, and as we go along this video I'm going to be filling it in with different words and explaining it. I'm filming from there rather than I normally film from there, but yeah, I've got my posters on my wall and I realised I can't really get them all in. This is the closest thing I can do to get it all in one shot. It's quite tricky. I don't really know where else unless I can get it inside the wardrobe, but hey, this is quite cool. My hands come out to you and I can make this a the worst not 3D but trying to be 3D video ever. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing. So the first one is expose yourself to the right people. It's weird in life that you kind of, everyone says this person is my friend, but you really have to think about, is it a two-way friendship or is it more of a one-way servant type thing? Like in the short term, when you get rid of people in your life, it's really upsetting, but then in the long term, as time goes on, you realise it was a good decision to make. I've had people that I thought were going to be my friends for life that have kind of betrayed me, turned their back on me, walked out on me, and up until now I've shied away from naming and shaming them, but I don't really see the point in doing that anymore. So I will tell you some of my scenarios, and I will explain why they're no longer in my life and the impact that it's had. Start off with the one that I always am talking about, which was Buddy. Her real name's actually Megan, and basically I'm going to say straight up, everyone knows I'm such a straight up guy, I just say things as they are. I pretty much had a crush on her for the whole first year of uni, but I wasn't going to act on it because I thought, anyway, I thought, I got a text while recording, yeah! I thought, that's throwing me off, give me a sec. I just generally thought a girl like her and a guy like me, never going to happen. She had a kind of guy in her life anyway that then got more serious. I just wanted to be friends with her. I just thought something about her just made me smile, made me really kind of cheer up no matter what was going on. Just seeing her face, seeing her being silly, she was like, I said to everyone, if I can be able to point her out and say that's my best friend over there, that would have been a dream come true. We were getting closer and closer, and then she decides to just stop being there for me after everything I'd done for her. In that one moment where I really needed someone the most, she decides it's better to just pretend I don't exist, and I was like, you know what, fine. So I got a bit shitty, got a bit and yeah, just kicked her out of my life basically, and that's the end of that. As much as that hurt when I first did it, because I'm like, this is the girl that I've loved for way too long, I was like, it was more of a case of I loved who I thought she was, not who she turned out to be. So since then I've kind of moved on, I've opened up again, and I'm like, you get that initial strike of if someone of one gender hurts you, you suddenly assume all that gender's harsh, mean, cold and heartless. But nah, it's looking good at the moment. Like, I've got my options back open and just chilling out with my friends. The second person is the one I refer to as my sister quite a lot. I think I said it before, was Lana, and I couldn't believe this happened when it happened. Not many people know that she was going through certain mental health issues that I was trying my best to help her out with. Give me a sec. So I was trying to help her out the best I could. I was actually doing extra research to try and see what I could do for her, because she ended up with kind of eating disorders type thing, and it really hit me hard because she means a lot to me. And then one day we were talking less, and then the next day less, and then as weeks passed we basically just weren't talking, and I was like, I'm having to send 3 or 4 messages to get one very quick blunt reply. And then it's that really annoying thing, the one thing, Megan's actually guilty of doing this as well, but Lana did it, the whole I'm busy thing. It's like, oh sorry, too busy, but yet you can see on their timeline and stuff, they're talking to other people, fine. They're not too busy for those people, they're just too busy for you after everything you've done. That's the kind of person that you do want to turn around and be like, why am I doing so much for you? Especially when, in Lana's case, she turned around and said, what exactly have you done for me? I haven't really noticed anything. And I'm like, that's when you need to draw the line and say, no. After everything I've done, if you're going to even turn around and say, what have you even done for me? That is, you know straight away, they're not worth it anymore. So yeah, I got a bit grumpy, got a bit, ended up in the middle of like an indirect thing, and I'm like, it's over, I just don't want anything to do with her if she's capable of doing something like that. So there's two people you want to watch out for. Not 2 people, 2 types of people, sorry, that you might want to consider not being around, because they bring you down. People like that really bring you down. when, you know, both of those cases, people that I've tried really hard to do things for, and they've just turned around and just thrown it all back at me. I really need another drink. It's really hot in this room today. The third type of person is the kind of person that kind of suggests that they're ashamed to be associated with you publicly. You know, they're very happy to say really nice things and do nice things privately when no one knows. But it's like, no one can know we're friends. No one can know we're like really good friends. And every time you post something, they'll like delete it. They'll like untag themselves. They'll ask you to take it down when all you've done is said something nice about them. And this is one you really want to watch out for, because it's someone that is ashamed to be associated with you. For some reason, they're embarrassed and things like that. And it's like, if people can't accept you for who you are, ditch them. There are people out there that will love you for who you are. The people that are ashamed of who you are and they're embarrassed, just ditch them. So I had this case with a girl called Smurf, who's actually called Karina, that I was just like, why am I being so nice to you when, like, you're so nice to me privately, but the second I do anything publicly, you're like shying away, please delete it, take it down, this, that and the other. And it's like, nah. If we can't be friends 100% of the time, we can't be friends any of the time. I'm not a half-time friend. If you can't be there for me the whole time, if you can't be the same person in private as you are in public, then I don't want to know. So that's another one to watch out for. The last one to watch out for is people that just overall try to bring you down. Like where I live, a lot of people don't like me, I'll be honest. And it's quite hard to walk between my house and town, walking past a few parks. And if they're in there, it's, you know, name calling, abuse. And it's just a bit like, it used to get to me a few years ago, but now I'm just like, say what you want. You can develop this attitude of, it very much is that attitude of sticks and stones may break my bones, names never hurt me. So I just got used to it, but you just ignore them, you know. People trying to bring you down are only jealous because you're above them. Remember that, that is a key fact. So let the haters hate, and you just carry on doing what you want to do. Right, next section. The next section is expose yourself to the right things. Now, I really wasn't too sure how to word it, things, accessories. I just put things because, as you can see behind me, one of the things that makes me happiest is Little Mix. And when I first I say came out as a mixer, I don't know why I say came out, so it makes me sound like I'm coming out, but when I first kind of said to everyone, you know what, I'm not going to lie, I'm a huge fan. I have been since day one, since X Factor, since they were first put together as Rhythm Mix, I've been a huge fan. And it took a few months for me to turn around and go, no, I'm not going to hide it because I love them and they have changed my life. People out there will always think they're really big and clever. They'll think the world of themselves when they're like, haha, you're into something I'm not into, therefore I'm going to attack that. And I'm like, say what you want to say. Like, I know boy directioners that get it worse than me, because obviously they're a One Direction fan and they're a boy. That's just chaos. But yeah, I've been called gay several times, and my argument against that is always, you know, since I was younger, I was like, what actually is the problem with being gay exactly? I don't understand how gay can be an insult at all. And if the second side of that argument is if I'm gay because I have Little Mix posters, what does that make me if I have One Direction posters exactly? It's really important to just be who you are and express what you're into, and if anyone has any comments they want to say, then let them say it and then tell them, you know, I always say things like, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, it's just a shame that your opinion's bullshit. No one has the right to bring you down over what you're into. So if you're into Justin Bieber, as much as I hate Justin Bieber, I'm not going to attack you. I mean, one of my closest online friends, Kay, is a huge believer, and I'm just like, personally, I hate him. But you know, that's what you're into. Everyone's allowed to be into what they want. Just because people aren't into what you're into, just because, you know, it really, sorry, I get really agitated by this because I get a lot of grief for being a boy mixer, and I'm like, what is your problem? I love them, they've changed my life. Because before Little Mix I had a very low life, I had extreme depression, I was self-harming, and I just couldn't see a future. And then once I actually came out as a mixer, and suddenly everything changed, and you know, I met them quite soon after coming out as a mixer, and then it's just gone up and up and up since then, and life's good. Whatever you're into, be proud of what you're into, and really just go for it. I don't care what people think of me. I love these girls. I've met these girls, so I don't care. The other one that I'm very proudly into is Team Starkid. That one up there, which you can't quite see out frame, is Team Starkid. When I tried to convert other people to Starkids, they just didn't see it, and they're like, oh, these guys are so mature. And I'm like, it's that success story. If they started off performing at their university, and then they went on to perform in their town, and then suddenly, you know, Darren Criss gets talent scouts and ends up on Glee, and Lauren Lopez ends up in Chris Colfer's movie, and they've all got their own jobs, but then when they come together as Team Starkid, they just do the most amazing things. They've performed at LeakyCon, they've gone on tour, they're hopefully going to come to England soon, because it's very upsetting that they're always in America, and they skipped over us to go to Germany. It's like, come to England, please. Properly, for like a week or month, you know, do a tour here. They have a massive fan base in England, because obviously most Starkids are Potterheads. They go from a Potterhead, they discover Team Starkid, they become a Starkid. Like, that's my story. Don't be motivated by fitting in, be motivated by being yourself no matter what. That is so much cooler than trying to fit in. The last thing is expose yourself to the right attitudes. It links in with this first one about people. Like, there are people that are really down and always, yeah, you know, just don't go with them. Just, if you can, try and change them. Like, I'm going to try and change people that watch this. People who watch this might not necessarily be unhappy, but they could be happier, and that's where I come in. Expose yourself to the right kind of feelings. Like, if there's something that you really don't want to do, you've got to go with your family, you know, some cheesy holiday because there's kids involved and you're going to be really embarrassed. Just go with it. Go, I'm with my family, this is going to be fun. Just remember, some people don't even have families, so things like that, you know, make the most of it. And just anytime anything bad happens, like, oh, we're going to have a good day tomorrow, out and about playing football, storm comes in, like, just don't let things like that get you down. Just think, shit happens, whatever. Just be happy about the little things. I've learned to really be happy about the little things. It makes all the difference when you're too busy focusing on all the big things that don't happen, but you forget all the little things, all these little tiny things, like something as simple as, well, today I didn't stub my toe. Success. You know, a few days ago, me and Josh were out quite late and we saw something in the hedge, and it was this little hedgehog, and I just turned into this little girl. I was like, you hedgehog! And I cookied over it. I was just following this hedgehog around. It was so cute. Just little things that do that, and it completely changes your attitude. So you're exposing yourself to the right attitude, just positive, happy. Don't let others get you down. Be amazing, be awesome, and subscribe to BeatboxBK123 because he helped make you happy in this video. I hope you appreciate everything I do, because I appreciate every single comment, every single like, every single share, every single subscribe. I love you all so much, and have a good, not just a day, but a good week. Not just a good week, but a good month. Not just a good month, but a good season. Not just a good season, a whole year. From now until all the way next year. What is the date today? Like 5th of August? I don't even know, but have a whole good year. Let's say it's